Hello, Collective, Wendy Joy, sending love, light, and positivity every day. You know, I've been asked so many different times, how do I know what I know? How do I know which direction to go? Why is it that I feel so confident in my steps and so self assured in the choices that I've made? And I, smile a lot and say, but you know what though? I've always been guided from within. I don't look for my answers or my confirmations or my recognition or even my support or love, from outside, like outside of me. Because my entire life, I've had no one but me to depend on, to count on, to support me, to love me, to encourage me. And now I realize that the many different voices that, have been speaking to me over a course of my journey, right from the beginning all the way to here, has consisted of many different energies. They all had my voice, but they all had different energies. And I was able to feel the difference and understand where the guidance was coming from, was going to. I just internally knew. Maybe I was born with that, maybe I wasn't. Maybe I observed an awful lot and picked up the traits that, categories of people seem to carry because of a boxed mindset where they haven't actually considered perception outside of where they stand and how their structured view is leading them. I've always looked for the positive in everything. So I never actually sat okay with just like a bad thing or a bad situation occurring to me. I always looked to see, what can I learn? What was the message that I needed to hear? And, was it something that I need to keep dear? Was it something that was alerting me of a potential fear, And yes, understandably, fear is an illusion. So, but, when you're young and before you have an opportunity to realize that things aren't always as they seem, you tend to believe for face value what is being presented to you. I know that I began life believing in what was presented to me, but I soon shifted because what was being presented did not sit right. It did not feel right. And that came from a very young age. And instead of looking past it or ignoring it or going with the flow anyway, I decided to be not so much a rebel, but I did step out of bounds my entire life. And I did continue to, ask questions and seek knowledge and wisdom. And I did share it with everyone. As I learned it, I shared it. Because there was never anyone to guide me except my spirit team. And at the time, I knew that I was, connected to the ultimate one. I just didn't know how. But I know now because awareness came at the right time. And when awareness came, it opened up so many different doors of confirmation of the road that I've decided to choose to travel because of how the energy resonates with me. Not so much the person, the place, or the thing, but the energy behind what, the object is. How I perceive it is how that energy will resonate with me. So if I choose only to see the negative in things, then that's what I'll receive. If I choose only to see the positive in things, then I might be misled because not everybody in the 3D, thinks the way you or me might, think or, respond, right? They may be reacting for personal gain, because free will take you all over the place, because when you deal with other people, everything is up for grabs. But what we have the ability to do is ground ourselves in the here and the now, and to look for the balance between the good and the bad, to see where the lessons lay within both sectors, and then gather up that value and make a discerned decision regarding what may be before you, using your intuition and your knowledge and your wisdom gained. Sounds like an awful lot, but really it happens in an instant. And that's because our minds can process, and our bodies can feel, and our aura reacts to the energy in which we carry and what comes to us. So, when you feel something that doesn't seem to resonate with you, in that split second, your senses, your intuition, your spirit team, and your inner knowing is telling you exactly how to proceed. It's whether or not you choose to listen. And that's the way I choose to be, and choose to go, and choose to respond. So in every moment when a situation, comes across my path, I can discern, instantly whether or not it feels right or it doesn't, whether I want to entertain, continue, or, not so much retreat, but rebuke it and deny it, and, verbally say thank you for showing the lesson yet again. But you've already retained the value, and you now see what's coming, and you're able to pivot and turn with a new mindset, a new approach, a new road, however you want to look at it. But beginnings always come right after ends. So when that instant comes and you make that choice, that decision, then you just walked into your new beginning. So if you're carrying the past with you, then, that's just going to bring more of the past into your new beginning. But if you could understand the value of what was being provided to you and let go of the rest, then in that new beginning you would have let go of what no longer serves you, which would make the next step you take, easier for you to navigate, because you already started on the positive path by making that instant choice when that situation or whatever came your way. I know that it seems like a long, deep process, but it's really instant. And it's really your choice and your movements that determine your direction. So I can't really tell you what I do and how I know, because you're different. And you may do, you may say, you may feel different. But that doesn't mean that we're separate. We're still all interconnected. And we still all have the ability to help each other, whether through our responses, our movements, our words, our encouragement, our love, our light, right? Because sometimes just being in a situation is shedding light for everyone to cast out their shadows, or, show their demons, to give them a reason, concrete before them, that they can choose, keep them or reject them. Leave them in the past or bring them in the new beginning. Choices. I know. Every day. Choices. Every moment. But that's a good thing. That really is. Because that means you're leading your life and no one else is, telling you what you should believe and what you should think and what you should say and who you should be around and what you should endure. Your inner consciousness, your higher self, is showing you where you're being, where your inner you is leading you to go, because you already decided where the portrait was going to look like and how you were going to perfect your masterpiece well before you came here. So don't fight yourself. You know what I mean? Listen to your intuition. And if you need help along the way, you're never alone. Reach out and let me know, because I'm here for you, because, that's my purpose. To shed love and light and cast out the shadows and, rebuke the false misillusions, if you will. The things that just aren't right or just slightly off. To remind you that you have the power to control your destiny. We all do. And what you do with that power, not only does it show who you are striving to be and what type of character that you want to carry, but how heavy or how light your heart is all at the same time. We want our heart to be light as a feather. So, with that said, I'm sending extra love, extra light, and extra positivity so that all of your, choices come easily and seamlessly, and that the positive road of life always shines in your favor, that you can determine where your balance is between the good and the bad, the right and the wrong, so that you can sit in your spot in balance, in harmony, grounded in the here and the now. Affirmation. My lovely, collective, interconnected soul family, I am grateful to be here with you today, as I am every day. And if you need me, never hesitate and reach out. I cannot wait to chat, to hear what is going about and how we might be able to uplift each other. Until then, my lovely family, love, light, positivity from me to you every day. Blessed be.